Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Those lamenting the alleged loss of democratic freedoms in India on a global stage are under scrutiny tonight themselves for alleged violations of the same principles. Quite an irony, isn't it? BJP's IT Cell chief and West Bengal co-in-charge Amit Malviya has been booked by the Karnataka Police for a hate speech, criminal conspiracy and promoting enmity between communities. It may sound like a familiar story, but these very serious charges were triggered off by Malviya's animated video jibe on Congress leader Rahul Gandhi, suggesting Rahul's narrative of democracy in India being under attack was driven by the interests of an anti-India foreign forces that were meeting with him during his US visit. Malviya's tweet alleged that Rahul Gandhi was playing a dangerous and insidious game. It can be argued that Malviya perhaps overstated his case, but it is difficult to digest if his political commentary amounted to spreading hate and enmity between communities and at a global level. But the Congress insists it does, and the party's spokesperson argues that one FIR is not enough. Listen in.
अफवाहें फैलना हिडन एजेंडा नहीं है, नफरत फैलाना हिडन एजेंडा नहीं है, सच का झूठ बनाना, झूठ का सच बनाना हिडन एजेंडा नहीं है. उसके खिलाफ हम लड़ रहे हैं, कानूनी तौर पर लड़ रहे हैं. उस पर ये कानून और संविधान ऊपर इतना एलर्जी क्यों है बीजेपी को?
BJP is totally a disinformation party. They are saying all sorts of lies and all other things. So based on the facts only, FIR might have been lodged. Law will take its own course, but they are afraid.
एक ही हुई, ये अच्छी खबर नहीं कि एक ही हुई, बहुत होनी चाहिए. जिस तरह से वो ना केवल सच के साथ खिलवाड़ करते हैं, लोगों के चरित्र के साथ खिलवाड़ करते हैं, लोगों की छवि के साथ खिलवाड़ करते हैं, और देश की छवि सबसे ज्यादा बिगाड़ने में अगर किसी का योगदान रहा है तो बीजेपी के आईटी सेल का रहा है. पूरी एक प्रधानमंत्री की यात्रा पर एक अकेले व्यक्ति ने पानी फेरा तो उसका नाम यही है जो आपने अभी नाम लिया. तो मैं तो हैरान हूं कि सरकार ने अभी तक उन पर कोई एफआईआर क्यों नहीं की.
Well, the BJP has responded to the Congress. Union Minister Smriti Irani has accused the Congress party of using the law to intimidate and suppress the alleged truth in Amit Malviya's tweet. She stated in a press conference today that there's a link between the Congress and George Soros, which has been spoken about in the past as well. The influential businessman who had cast aspersions on India's Prime Minister's democratic credentials. The Union Minister waved a picture where Rahul Gandhi is seen with Sunita Vishwanath, a US-based activist who is allegedly funded by George Soros. Irani described Soros as an anti-India propagandist and asked the Congress to explain the alleged association. Listen in to Smriti Irani.
कि इस विषय को उठाने के लिए कांग्रेस पार्टी ने एक एफआईआर दर्ज की. एफआईआर का निश्चित रूप से पॉलिटिकल स्वरूप देश को समझ आता है. दैट श्री गांधी met Sunita Vishwanath during his trip to the United States of America, when it is known to every Indian what George Soros intends to do. Why is Mr. Gandhi hobnobbing with those who are funded by George Soros? Nor has the Congress party rejected the role of a certain Mr. Tazim Ansari, who has links with an organization that a US resolution in the House of Representatives openly declares is affiliated to Jamaat-e-Islami.
These charges must be seen in the documents presented by the Union Minister. This document that shows Sunita Vishwanath has connections to the George Soros companies as well. And here she's seen sitting with Rahul Gandhi and Sam Pitroda, the organizer of all his foreign tours. George Soros' company's vice president, Salil Shetty, also part of Open Society Foundation's link to Sunita Vishwanath, was present in the Bharat Jodo Yatra. The coincidence, Sunita Vishwanath, also somebody who protested against the Prime Minister when he was in the United States just recently, and the Jamaat-e-Islami connection, where registration on the 4th of June was being done. And look at who were the organizers. Tazim Ansari mentioned right here. And who is Tazim Ansari? Present in this congressional bill in the House of Representatives, where it expresses concern about the threat posed to democracy and human rights by theocratic groups, and mentions here that freedom was won in India at the cost of approximately 30 lakh deaths, more than 1 crore people being displaced, and 2 lakh women being raped, many at the hands of Islamist militants led by Jamaat-e-Islami. Now, this is who Jamaat-e-Islami really is. And this also talks about the fact that various organizations in United States that receive federal funds include the Islamic Circle of North America and share leadership and are openly affiliated with the Jamaat-e-Islami, and that's who Tazim Ansari, who was the organizer, is really connected to. So these are the documents that were presented by the Union Minister at the press conferences, clearly alluding to serious associations between Mr. Gandhi during his trip to the United States of America with anti-India elements. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, brings me to the legitimate question on the Newshour tonight. Why file an FIR against Malviya for stating facts? That's the question the BJP has raised, and that's the answer we're asking for on the Newshour tonight.
You're watching the News Hour first. Debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Shehzad Poonawalla, national spokesperson of the BJP, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author, Abhijit Iyer Mitra, senior fellow at the IPCS, also joining us this evening, Saira Shah Halim, activist, Shyam Prasad Meka, leader of the Congress party, joining the debate, and Dr. Suman C. Raman, political analyst, will join us in just a bit. Dr. Meka, my question to you simply is, these are serious charges that have been levied against the Congress and Mr. Rahul Gandhi. They deserve an answer. When will the Congress respond? Number one. And number two, the question is that the preachers of freedom of speech today are actually filing FIRs for a tweet and even putting sections like spreading enmity between communities, which is a bit far-fetched. Even if you look at it closely yourself, you will admit it to yourself, even if you don't do so on national television. So just let me know, when did you change your sides from the propounders of the BBC documentary should be watched by everybody to FIRs against the IT chief head of the BJP?
Navika ji, you are very good in preempting whatever I am going to say. Okay, having that apart, let me tell you. See, we are not asking for a ban on the tweet, right? What we are asking is
only FIR.
Mr. Amit Malviya to be accountable for the tweet he did. He need to be accountable for what he did. We are not asking for a ban. Let's see what will happen. If the court finds it is illegal, then we will ask for taking it off. But we are not asking anything about curtailing his right to expression. But he need to be accountable on what he is expressing. Isn't that simple for you?
Very simple.
Why are we engaging in this talk of, okay, what about like you did that at that time and all that? So look at that animated video, and yeah, if you want, I can go to Mr. Amit Malviya's history also. What kind of lies that he is peddling, and that's in front of everybody. And if an FIR is lodged, if the FIR is not supposed to be lodged, let's ask the SHO of that police station. Let's find, let us hold them accountable. Aren't there grounds to lodge this FIR?
Okay. I don't know. The court will decide that. I find it a little far-fetched to put the charge of spreading enmity. But having said that, I also want to ask you the serious questions raised by Ms. Smriti Irani. Are you now associating yourself with Jamaat-e-Islami? I mean, they are the people, who are responsible all the partition woes that we have only read about or heard about from our parents and grandparents. Jamaat-e-Islami, your new friends, Smriti Irani's charge, the BJP's charge against you, would you want to respond to that?
Yeah, see, first of all, Smriti Irani ji, she is a union minister. We respect that position. But to her intellect, let me tell you, I have very little respect, and her intellect doesn't deserve any answers or anything on the national prime time. Only her position.
I think that's not a very courteous answer. But you have to explain. You have to explain the facts that have been put out by her. So I'm asking you. You want to this thing? You can't comment on people's intellect here.
You have to indulge me. First of all, we don't. One second, Mr. Mecca. Now you've had your say, and now I would like to speak. First of all, I don't want to engage with a party whose intellect is that tur and arar dal are different. That is the intellect of Rahul Gandhi, who doesn't know the difference or the similarity between two kinds of dals. But having said that, Navika, why are you surprised at all? The Congress's entire DNA, and Anand Raghunathan has done an entire thread on it. Congress's entire DNA has been about the insurgency mindset. Whether it's putting 1 lakh people in jail, whether it's bringing in the First Amendment and silencing the freedom of speech, whether it's putting Majru Sultanpuri in jail or sacking BG Varghese, getting Kishore Kumar off air, banning Kissa Kursi Ka and Andhi films. This is the manner in which the Congress party operates. Now let's come on the facts of the case. Today what Amit Malviya ji has tweeted is absolutely right. In fact, is it not true that the Congress party, and today let me show what the spokesperson has said just 2 hours ago. This is Bhavya Narasimha Murthy, their spokesperson, official spokesperson. Look at what she's saying.
When democracy is in danger in other countries, there's nothing wrong in urging other countries to speak against what is happening in India.
No, I'm sorry.
Bhavya Narasimha Murthy, the official spokesperson of the Congress party, has said on record that there's nothing wrong in seeking the help of other countries or getting them to speak against your country if there is a so-called threat in your country. This is the official line of the Congress. Rahul Gandhi, obviously on foreign soil, demanded foreign intervention. We know that his party and his family has a standing MOU with the Chinese, have taken funds into RGF. We also know the fact that when it came to 370 or surgical strike or Balakot airstrike, Congress party stood with the Pakistani narrative. Mr. Mani Shankar Iyer went to Pakistan and demanded foreign intervention, Pakistani intervention into our entire matters. And in this particular US trip, like you rightly pointed out, Sunita Vishwanath is just one element. Sunita Vishwanathan is funded by Soros, but apart from that, IAMC, ICNA, Jamaat-e-Islami, all were participants in organizing Rahul Gandhi's US trip. And after that, Rahul Gandhi takes a stand that India's democracy is dead. This is the same George Soros. When he demanded intervention into Indian affairs, Praveen Chakravarti supported him. Mr. Shashi Tharoor is on record to call him my good friend, my old friend, Mr. George Soros. So this is the level to which Congress party can go. And as far as intellect is concerned, you please ask the intellect of the police in Karnataka, which is filing a 153A and 505 case in a matter which is apparently related to Rahul Gandhi being called a toolkit for Videshi powers. Now, Mr. Mecca, please tell me which two groups or which two classes are being created enmity between by this particular tweet of Amit Malviya. So clearly, the intellect of Karnataka Congress, which barrel of the bottom of the barrel it is lying in, we can see that unless you have declared that Rahul Gandhi is a group or a religion or a class. I can understand he's a class apart, but I did not know that he is a class unto himself. Now finally, having said that, let me tell you also the Congress party's own tradition of spreading hate and and lies. On Rafale, they lied about the Supreme Court. They then went and lied about the bridge that fell in Bihar. They lied about the COVID vaccine. They lied about surgical strikes. They shared fake videos and lies. They shared a Bangladeshi image to show poverty is increasing in India. And the Delhi Congress lied about winning a survey which was never done on a television channel. So this is the truth about Congress Party's fakery. The Congress Party is the janani of vendetta politics. It is a vendetta ki dukan, and it is the janani of lies and fake news. So clearly, since you don't have a political answer, since your social media head, apart from shouting, can't give a proper response on communication methods, and therefore you file an FIR which has no basis in it.
Well, let's not get personal. Somebody is commenting on somebody's intellect, somebody is commenting on somebody's screaming. Let's not get there. We only want to deal with facts. And Dr. Sumant Raman, welcome to the show. And I want to ask you this question. There are questions that have been raised. Question number one, there are people who have connection to George Soros, who have been part of the Bharat Jodo Yatra, who have been part of meetings with Mr. Rahul Gandhi. There is a person who has, who's an organizer, Tazim Ahmad, who very clearly, I have this right here in the organizer's name, his name is there, and he has links to the Jamaat-e-Islami. Jamaat-e-Islami is somebody even the House of Representatives has described as an organization that is responsible largely for all the crimes of partition that we witnessed in this country, has close links to Pakistan. You know, when these kind of questions are raised, nobody wants to believe that any Indian leader is an anti-national. But when these questions are raised, when there are some, there is some smoke that is coming out of the material that has been presented, the question is being asked, don't you think it should be answered right and proper?
No, Navika, first of all, Mr. Amit Malviya, this is not the first time that Mr. Amit Malviya has been, called out. All you need to do is just Google Amit Malviya and fake news. And there are pages and pages and pages.
Well, Dr. Raman, many will say it's not the first time for Rahul Gandhi. He's been called out by the courts on several occasions.
One second, Navika. See, the point is, I don't know, Shehzad made very impassioned sort of speech now. But at the end of the day, as you sow, so shall you reap. Now, you have made it a point of filing cases and putting people in jail. Now, at some point, Aam Aadmi Party feels now they've got the police in Punjab. The Congress feels that they've now got the police force in Karnataka. So, what the Assam police does for the BJP, the Karnataka police can do for the Congress.
Oh,
so I think that
so you are admitting there is no basis for the FIR.
No.
You are admitting there is no basis for the FIR. This is Sida Badala politics. I am grateful. I am grateful, sir. But sir, can you explain? Can you explain that how does this attract 153A?
I've spoken 2 sentences.
Okay, allow him to complete and then I'll allow you.
Speak. Okay. How does it attract 153A?
Allow him to complete and then you'll come in.
Yeah, Navika, my point is very simple. There are dozens and dozens of journalists and various, I'm not even going down the path of political personality. That is, Mr. Amit Malviya is an important member of the BJP. There are people who are journalists and others who have been picked up and who have been languishing in jail. Now, let me ask this question. If Mr. Shehzad believes that using the Assam police to file cases against people in different parts of the country, ostensibly for tweets and social media posts is okay, I don't see what is the problem in getting the Karnataka police to do the same.
Okay, but I'll just remind you that journalists, have to face the music from some of the great opposition unity states also, Punjab, Bengal being some of them. But Anand Ranganathan, do you actually support the argument that Dr. Sumant Raman is saying, as you sow, so shall you reap? आप कर रहे हैं, अब आपको मिल रहा है. Because if he's saying that, then frankly there is no logic, there is no law that has to be applied. It can just go on. You do to us, we will do unto you.
Absolutely, Navika. First of all, good evening. Look, I am a votary for what Dr. Sumant Raman has said. It's correct because I have written articles on why whataboutery is a valid technique to expose hypocrisy. But I'm shocked that my good friend Dr. Sumant Raman isn't condemning what has happened today. Yes, he condemns, or he must condemn what Assam police did, but for heaven's sake, don't say it's a tit for tat. Must condemn what Karnataka police did as well. And as a free speech absolutist, Navika, I wholeheartedly condemn this FIR against Amit Malviya filed by the Karnataka police under the instigation of a Congress worker. Let there be no mistake. Using draconian sections relating to provoking riots and enmity between groups. For heaven's sake, this is an animated video of Rahul Gandhi. If one were to arrest Rahul Gandhi for every time he lied on Narendra Modi, he'll be in jail piecing chakki for the rest of his life. Mausi ji bhi nahi aayegi bachane. Just one example here. This is Rahul Gandhi saying that Modi ji said 15 lakhs will be transferred to every bank account, which is a blatant lie. There have been so many on Rafale. Abhijit is there to vouch me on that. Now let's come to the facts and brass tacks.
It is a lie.
Sorry, Navika, please, can I not be interrupted?
भाई उनकी कर्नाटका में पुलिस है. What do you want me to do?
दोनों साथ जाएंगे पंजाबी है. No, but Navika, there exist as many as 275 documented instances of brutal trampling of freedom of speech under the Congress. 87 of those in the last 15 years. When Congress governments have been functional and Rahul Gandhi has been in power. The Congress government under Mr. Siddaramaiah, the last time round, ruthlessly charged and arrested people, including those who dared to protest against Tipu Jayanti. This is on your show, Navika. A scribe arrested for criticizing Tipu Jayanti by Siddaramaiah government. But of course, democracy thrives when the Congress tramples on free speech. Democracy thrives when the Congress in Chhattisgarh uses charges of sedition to arrest a man who complained of power cut. This after they promised in their 2019 manifesto they'll abrogate the sedition law. Democracy thrives when Congress arrests 60 tribals and Dalits, including the Dalit activist and editor Sudhir Dhawale, under sedition charges. Democracy thrives when 12,000 people are charged with sedition under the UPA, including 8,000 people in a single day. And the then Congress Home Minister Chidambaram calls them anti-nationals. But you know what sickens me most, Navika? Just 20 seconds. No. Not that the Congress keeps using these draconian laws. No. Not even that the chauthi failed leftists and dynasty lapdogs never cite instances where the Congress has used this law. What sickens me most is that our founding fathers used these laws. They gave this draconian law a stamp of approval. They were supposed to make ours a free, liberal republic. But instead, people like Nehru kept on using these draconian laws to stifle freedom of speech. Who was Ram Nandan, I ask you? I'll tell you. For calling Nehru a traitor and accusing the Congress of not addressing poverty. Ram Nandan was charged with sedition and jailed for 3 years. And these feeding on crumbs dynasty historians still call Nehru liberal and defender of freedom of speech. My foot. कुछ शर्म नाम की चीज है कि नहीं? Truth, Navika, is India is a banana republic ever since it became a republic.
Well, let me get in Saira Shah Halim.
This is
Saira Shah. I'm coming to you, Mr. Mecca. The question.
Comical.
Okay. You're rebutting any point of Anand Ranganathan?
Refute me on a single fact. I will transfer 15 lakhs into your account.
I'd like to come in.
Right now.
I'd like to come in now.
But friendly party Congress wants to make a point. Can I allow them, Saira Shah Halim?
Yes. Refute me on one fact, Mr. Mecca, and 15 lakhs. 15 lakhs into your account right now. Live.
Okay.
Challenge.
Now that the challenge is out, Saira Shah Halim, before I come to you, Sham Prasad Mecca, contest and prove Anand Ranganathan on facts. Prove him wrong.
Prove me wrong on 15 lakhs.
Yeah, Navika ji. Okay. Mr. Anand Ranganathan, keep your calm. What we are saying is why the point is there is an FIR in Karnataka. Oh, that's the issue. You are going back to Nehru. You are talking about the 15 lakh Zumla. And you are asking me, you are telling me that you are going to transfer 15 lakh. Why do I need your 15 lakh, Mr. Anand Ranganathan? Ask Modi ji to stand by his word. Simple, no?
No, okay. So you know, your private money, 15 lakh problem. I just want to ask you, are you justifying the FIR? Are you justifying the FIR? Because the Congress party is saying democracy is in peril in India.
See, I or you are nobody to justify the FIR. We can have our opinions. Let the court decide.
What is your opinion? I want to know.
Due process
I want
of
to
law
know your
taking
opinion,
place.
Mr. Mecca.
Can I come in here, Mr.
One
Mecca?
line,
My
My opinion is Mr. Amit Malviya in a responsible position spreading lies and the concocted videos
this is
is
very
wrong.
important.
And if there is an FIR,
Very important. Just one line. I promise just one line. Anand, just one line. Shyam Prasad Mecca says that Amit Malviya is spreading lies about Rahul Gandhi. There's a defamation law for that. How does 153A get attracted in this? Or 505? This is between two groups, religions, classes.
Go and ask
Unless
the
Rahul
SHO.
Gandhi is a class
You go
or a
and ask
religion.
the-
Explain that. The
Ask
video
the
is about
SHO.
Rahul Gandhi being a Katputli of foreign path, which he is. Which I am also saying on your
Shehzad.
show. And the FIR is under 153A.
Shehzad.
So, Mr. Mecca, by
Shehzad.
shouting, you are not going to get those
Hold on.
15 lakhs from Anand Raghunathan. Nor am I going to give you 15 paise. So, you please explain to me. And if you can, I will give you 15 lakhs as to how 153A is attracted in this. Explain. और प्रियंक खड़गे को फोन लगाओ और पूछो how 153A
I know
लगता है.
BJP is I know BJP is a rich party based on electoral bonds and the scam of the PM case.
Well, the Congress
You
party
can
should be the
transfer
last
money to
person saying this
anybody,
after doing a
but
scam of 12 lakh
We
crores.
are not here for sale. You can't
Yeah,
buy us.
currently your leaders are out on bail
You
for
can't buy
corruption,
us.
but that's not the issue here tonight. The issue is, can you explain 153 and 5052 being put in this FIR for a video which says Rahul Gandhi perhaps is working on the instructions of certain foreign powers or foreign motivations? How does 153 get attracted? Explain.
Ask the SHO, no?
Ask
Ask
the
the
SHO. Why is
SHO.
Kharge coming and speaking about it? Let
Ask
the SHO brief.
the SHO. Well, you are the party in power and we should ask the SHO. You're not responsible for what is happening in a Congress ruled state. Then frankly, let me get in Saira Shah. Saira Shah Halim. Now we should go and ask the SHO why these sections have been put. The Congress takes no onus for it. But let me tell you two examples from Karnataka itself. A government school teacher was suspended for allegedly sharing someone's post on his Facebook page criticizing Mr. Siddaramaiah as Karnataka Chief Minister for burdening the state with debts during his previous regime of 2013 to 2018. And a Dalit activist in Mandya was arrested for his post on social media where he accused G. Parmeshwar of being an inefficient man. Somebody called him an inefficient man behind bars. Now, these are the same people who actually stand for freedom of speech.
Very patiently.
Yes. Yes, please go on.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much, Navika. And I would please appreciate if you could kindly give me the same amount of time that you've given to the other panelists, uninterrupted.
60
and
seconds
I don't want
uninterrupted,
any,
yours.
background noise and heckling from the other panelists.
Okay, 60 seconds.
Yeah, thank you so much. So we all know how Mr. Amit Malviya and his famous IT cell uses fake trumped-up views as positive propaganda. We have seen how he discredits individuals, organizations, social movements using hashtags, using influencers, using misinformation, using Photoshop pictures and morphed images. And this is used during elections. This is used to falsify information. This is used to trump up a political party. It is unfortunate that Mr. Rahul Gandhi got dismissed as an MP based on trumped up charges. And here, I think he really needs to be put in his place because you can't pass propaganda as news. Here, you cannot play with people's life. He spread so much of misinformation during the Shaheen Bagh protest. He said that a woman sitting and protesting in Shaheen Bagh had been paid 500 rupees. There was an old man who was eating biryani there. He said, look, this is proof that the old man is being paid to eat biryani. And here we have these alt news and other fake news, these websites that have busted all the falsifications, all the trumped up news that he floats on Twitter, and he's been exposed many a time. So if a FIR has been lodged, he has to pay the price for misinformation. He has to pay the price For all
Saira
the
Shah
people
Ali,
that he's
I gave you an
discrediting, he has to pay
uninterrupted
the price
120
for all
seconds,
the
that is
fake
2 minutes,
fake machines
and I
that
waited
he's being a part
for you to tell me what was the problem in the current video that had been put out, for which the FIR has been filed, but I didn't get that explanation. So Abhijit Iyer Mitra, if somebody has done something in the past, he should pay for through a tweet today on the basis of which an FIR is fine. If sections are put that do not relate to the the entire context, then also it's fine because he has done something in the past. And the nature of the beast of the social media, I mean, tell me which party is not using influencers, which party is not using their own trollers. Please tell me, Abhijit, you're a creature of the social media. Explain to me.
But thank you, Navika. Now, if you'll also give me 120 seconds without interruption, thank you. So, first of all, I want to ask you, because I'm going to first read out section 156 for you. 153. Wantonly giving provocation with intent to cause riot, if rioting be committed, keyword, if not committed, whoever malignantly or wantonly by doing anything which is illegal gives provocation to any person intending or knowingly to be likely that such provocation will cause the offense of rioting to be committed, vagera, vagera, vagera. Now, has rioting happened? No. Okay. I remember a case from last year where a certain fact checker actually induced rioting, and Mr. Rahul Gandhi tweeted in his support. 12 people were killed in those riots. 6 of them had their throats slit. One of them actually had his throat slit on camera. And I remember Rahul Gandhi tweeting there. Now, the second part which comes about in an illegal activity. When was caricature and cartooning illegal in India? I want to know if anybody has seen that video, what exactly is there that is illegal? How is a cartoon illegal in this country? Was this video manipulation? Was this a deep fake? No. So which section of that is illegal here? They basically hyperbolistically used everything that Rahul Gandhi has said. Now remember, the Congress also uses guilt by association. Friend of Lalit Modi, friend of Vijay Mallya, friend of Nirav Modi, friend of this, friend of that. Here you have Rahul Gandhi sitting with Sunita. Here you have Rahul Gandhi marching with this Shetty fellow, who are both George Soros funded. We know this, they themselves admit it. So what is the problem? Tell me, what about that video exactly do they feel is causing enmity? Because what it shows is that he's talking to some white guy.
Raman, since Mr. Mecca says we should only ask the SHO, I want to ask you because SHO to abhi available nahi hai.
No, Navika, I think we are getting into the nitty-gritty and the technicalities.
But FIRs are about nitty-gritty and sections of laws.
Somebody's
Amit Malviya, FIRs are about the sections that have been applied, sir, basis of which it will be decided whether the man is arrested or not.
No, Navika. An FIR very often is filed bringing in sections which can create maximum problems for the person against whom it is filed. Now, that is how the FIR usually the police decide on whether somebody needs to be, taken good care of or not good care of. Now, let me come to the
I
point.
don't understand. Please explain to me. Are you saying it is a frivolous FIR, or are you saying it has been made serious? It has been made serious to only scare Amit Malviya. What is it that you're trying to say?
The point I'm trying to make is very simple. An FIR is filed with 5 or 6 sections attached to it. It is very likely that the man may get away on 2 or 3 sections, but may not get away on 1 or 2 sections. That is how it is done. Let me explain one thing to you, Navika, very important. Have you heard of the famous gangster called Al Capone? I'm sure you would have heard of him. What was he convicted for? He was not convicted for all the gang wars.
One second, you are comparing Al Capone's case with Amit Malviya's case. I take serious offense to this. No, what is going going on out here? One second. You cannot make that. No, I take strong objection for you to draw any kind of parallels between Al Capone and Amit Malviya. No, for God's sake, we cannot be allowing this on national television. Amit Malviya is a tax-paying, honest citizen of this country. He abides by the rules of law in this country. He will not be trivialized in this manner, not in the presence of a national spokesperson of the BJP. Point number one. Point number two. Sir, please, 1 second. We are talking about the liberty of a man. A man who has done nothing except to share his political opinion using a video. You guys champion the cause of free speech, yet to legitimize the police being used to bully somebody by invoking the stringent sections which are not applicable here.
There's no point.
And you are legitimizing it by drawing a parallel with Al Capone.
What is your
I can't believe this.
What is your defense? You're not commenting on the sections used. You're not even being able to argue on the reason for this entire thing, except saying that in the past he has done some spreading of some fake news. So this FIR is justified. I'm asking you a pointed question about this FIR.
Can I finish my point?
Yeah, only
so long
if you
as you
make
don't draw
sense.
parallels between Al Capone and Amit Malviya. Amit Malviya is a decent, is an honest citizen of this country. Kindly stop.
Okay.
Stop besmirching our leaders' names.
Okay, so Dr. Suman Siraman, what's your point? What is your point?
I need to.
What is your point?
Simple. The point is a man who committed so many crimes and murders was finally convicted for a tax fraud. What I'm trying to say is sections get thrown into FIRs. 20, 30 sections, 10 sections FIRs are filed.
Without application of mind, and you're saying justified because हमने बड़ा जाल बिछाया है. One of the things will get him. So we are going to spread our net far and wide. Anand Ranganathan, that is the justification of the FIR against Mr. Amit Malviya. I think logic and law both have been turned on their head tonight. And you know, people who have been screaming democracy is in peril today. Anand Ranganathan. Dr. Suman Siraman, I gave you enough opportunity. You haven't made sense, so please listen into Anand Ranganathan's response.
More sense, despite the fact that I have been constantly heckled and not allowed to complete my
Dr.
point.
Raman, did I interrupt
My point is very simple.
We understood your point because it's not understandable, it's not logical. Anand Ranganathan, go ahead.
Logical. I'm sorry.
Yes, Navika, I need to make 2 points and get back to the sensibility of the debate. Number one, and I have great respect for Sarasha. She's like my younger sister, and Abhijit, great respect. He's like my elder sister. But when he asks, has any cartoonist ever been arrested for drawing a cartoon? I want to give you 2 examples. One, Morarji Desai banned R.K. Lakshman for drawing a cartoon. And you know Manmohan Singh. And what happened to Amish? He was charged under Amish, or the cartoonist in 2012. Asim. So yes, Congress is a master of doing this.
Asim Trivedi.
But I want to also say one thing about Mr. Mecca. Now, you know, technically he is right. Because let's face it, anything is prosecutable under the law of the land. So he is technically right by saying FIR file kar diya. Where I'm coming is, as it is, the whole machinery is ground to a halt. It is so awesomely burdened. If you start filing FIR for everything a person says, even if it's a truth or a lie, as I said, where would it end? You need time for the judiciary. Now you're going to waste judiciary's time, Mr. Mecca. As I said, I believe Rahul Gandhi lied on 15 lakhs. Should I file an FIR against him? Would you say yes? But that's a waste of court's time, police's time. Please let them do something which is tackling serious crime.
And of the common people, but that is one argument. Mr. Mecca, I only want to ask you this question. On what ground are you justifying this FIR? Are you justifying it on the ground that he has done something in the past, so this FIR is retribution time? Is that what is your basic logic?
No, Navika ji, I am not justifying it because of the past track record of Mr. Amit Malviya. I know worse things about him than what is being mentioned here. That's not the point. This FIR is about his video, and his video is basically peddling lies. Peddling misinformation.
Okay, but where is it spreading enmity? Where is it spreading enmity? Please prove it to me. Where is it spreading enmity between two communities or two classes or two religions?
Rahul Gandhi. How was Rahul Gandhi?
There are two classes. A class which believes in the constitution.
Can the BJP
Class.
answer that?
The class which believes in the Constitution of India, and the class which doesn't want to believe in the Constitution of India. That's the debate.
Now, Navika,
And that will be decided by
Navika,
the
let
court
me
of
just have
law.
10 seconds for this.
Mr. Mecca is right.
Which is the class of people in India? One second, Anand, just 1 second. Anand, just 1 second.
just
Anand, 1 second. Please,
No,
Anand.
no,
I
just
request you.
one
I
second.
request you.
No,
What is the
just
class
5
of people?
seconds.
Anand, just 10 seconds. Please request.
Please go on.
5 seconds.
What is the class of people
It is
that does not
promoting
believe in the
animosity
constitution in
between-
India? What is this class of people? And secondly, Mr. Mecca, lying is not a punishable offense under the IPC, even if you assume that Amit Malviya has lied, but he has not. He said the truth, and truth is definitely not punishable under the IPC.
Anand Ranganathan.
And thirdly, past alleged insinuations don't make a case for a present FIR.
Anand Ranganathan, 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Don't you have
Yes,
faith in the court?
I
I didn't
side
say
with
that.
my good
I didn't
friend
say
Mr.
that,
Mecca.
Shehzad.
I agree with my good friend Mr. Mecca. It is, Amit Malviya is spreading animosity between two groups. The two groups are Mr. Siddaramaiah and Mr. D.K. Shiv Kumar.
Well,
That he's guilty of. That I agree is
Anand Ranganathan, the question here tonight are
Why not?
twofold. Number one, serious
Even
questions
he's not
about alignment with anti-India forces. That is something that requires an answer. We are not saying this. It is put out by a union minister, and there are documents that have been made available. Answers should be got on that. And second, the champions of free speech going after FIRs for just an animated video. Is that really absolutely ironic coming from a party that champions free speech? That is the question. Thank you very much to all my panelists for joining me on debate number 1.